Hey guys, we're back here in our little LP world here, and boy have I been busy. So, before we get started here, I just want to quickly preface this video saying I'm a little bit sick right now. The bad thing about that is my voice may be a little off, and I kind of have a little bit of a cough, so if I seemingly randomly kind of mute the mic throughout this video, it's probably because I had to cough. And I'd rather mute the mic than, cough in your ear. So, the good thing about being sick, however, was I kind of took it easy this weekend. And for me, taking it easy was working really hard in Minecraft. Of course, working really hard in Minecraft isn't exactly physically strenuous, and I have done a lot. But not so much around here. I have done a little bit around here. You'll see the monstrosity of netherrack and cobble here. And what this is this is me starting to plan out some of the roads for our town and our city. And I'm getting there. I've started laying out where some of the lights will go as well. That's what this is. Don't worry, this isn't what it's going to look like when it's done. I know I said I'm not the greatest builder of all time, but I'm not even that bad. But yeah, I started kind of laying them out. And I want to go breed these cows really fast. Where are they? Where did I... Oh, they're over here. I haven't spent a whole lot of time over here. I've been working elsewhere. And something else I want to show you real fast, if I can get up this mountain, is I have a new friend. Now, my friend doesn't have a name yet, but he will eventually. God knows I've got plenty of name tags. Check this guy out. So I got me a horse. There are lots more to be had, but yeah, and souped him up. He's got him some diamond armor on, and yeah, pretty. So I finally got a horse. I want to get more and start breeding them, but I haven't gotten that far yet. And I believe that's all the show here. Give you a little bit better view of these roads, at least so far what I've got of them. And we'll go take a look at what I've really been working on. So that free ride road there is what I'm thinking will be kind of the main road. And then we got the secondary roads are these 2-ride ones, and I think maybe a couple 1-ride ones for some kind of minor roads, I guess you could say. But yeah, still lots of planning to do. I'm working on it. But this isn't what we're going to focus on this episode. Oh no. We've done a lot more. But I will point out, I think I want to do something in this ravine and have kind of a little bridge across it. Not really sure what we'll do with the ravine yet. So let's take a little voyage. Take a little voyage to a land far, far away. That's really only a few hundred blocks away, but it'll be really fast travel because I made a little path through the nether here. So we'll hop in our portal. And here we go. As you can see, I moved the portal up into the ceiling of the nether. You can see the bedrock layer right there. And I made this long tunnel here. That's really not that long. So like I said, this is only a few hundred blocks away from where we're going to be doing our city. But it's nowhere near done, and we're going to work on it today. And there's still a ton of work to do on it, but I'm happy with the progress so far. It's taken a lot of work so far, and there's still so much work to be done. And here you go. Big flat field. Well, this field has a purpose. Check that out. This is the start of our witch farm. If you recall, I believe it was the very first episode. When I found this, I said I wanted a witch farm. Well, here it is. So, what I did is I took the witch's hut and measured out 128 blocks in all directions with this netherrack. I'm going to walk over here to where there's a bed to sleep. And that entire area I'm working on digging out and replacing with water. So there will be no spawnable space on the surface here. Right, there's another horse. That's where I got the first one, by the way. So there will be no spawnable area around here. Not even at night. And these torches aren't very thorough. So, big, huge project there. I've done a lot of cavings, though there's still more that could be done. But yeah. So I want to actually real quickly cut away and show you what this place looked like before I started doing this. And then you might have a little bit better idea of how much work I've already done here. So I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Hey guys, frame rate's going to be really bad right now because I'm rendering a video to go up. But I just wanted to real quickly give you a little before and after shot here. Well, this is the before shot. So right there is one of the witches' huts we found. I want you to take a good look at this area. Because you see these big long lines of netherrack stretching out in all directions? And picture a square around the outside of this netherrack plus sign. And everything within that square is going to become water. So all of this will be removed. So I just wanted to give you a quick little before shot. So you could kind of appreciate just how big of a project this is. So, with that being said, I'm going to get to work and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, lots of work's been done. This was all a bunch of hills, which are now no longer existent. I've started putting in some of the water here. There was an entire giant hill island type thing right there that is no longer there. The jungle's what's really going to suck to get rid of, but yeah. Got a lot more digging to do. You saw those double chests over there are full. Those ones there have a bunch of stuff in them. And a lot of the blocks, I honestly just let my inventory fill and let it fall on the ground and just let it despawn. Let's take a look at this. There is a problem with it. I derped up, but we can fix it, and that's what we're going to start working on this episode. So let's go on in here. And this is the witch farm. As you can see, there is a witch in there, so that's good. Now this is the design that DocM77 uses in his world tour. And there are two videos by him I use to reference this. One is a video where he just kind of explains the spawning behavior of the witches. And the other is his world tour video where he starts working on it. So I'll link both of those in the description. So, full credit to him for kind of the design idea. So as you can see, it uses a shifting floor design, both the upper and lower floors shift, and this will cause the mobs to glitch through. In this case, the mobs are the witches, and this is all half slab, so no mobs will spawn here. And the water above the shade stops them from spawning up there. But if we come down here, this is the mechanism that controls it. And DocM didn't go into too much detail in his video about what was going on with this in his world tour. At least I don't think there's a video he went into it. If there is, correct me and I will certainly link to it. But basically, it's a pretty simple setup here. What you have is basically a clock setup here. And this is controlling how often the floors shift. And it is controlled. It has an on and off switch, which right now is just here, but this will eventually be in a little base that we'll build around here. And this will turn it on and off. So basically all of it does is retract this piston for off, extend it for on. So a very simple shifting floor design. And then the one side of the pistons have a couple repeaters of delay. I think I used 3 or 4 repeaters on 4 ticks of delay. So, you know, around 12 ticks of delay. And yeah, this is actually my second time around building it. The first time I had my own idea for a design that I wanted to try. It didn't work out so well. The problem was that it blocked a lot of air spaces around this and really hurt the efficiency. Yeah, it was a mess. Redstone wise, it was quite nice. As you can see, it used a ton of sticky pistons, but it didn't work out so well. So we scrapped that idea. But if we come down here, that was just me digging for a cave. We should see what the problem is. Yeah. These witches should not be here. They're supposed to be dead. These are hoppers under here. They're supposed to die of fall damage. And their items be sucked into a hopper chain. And then I'll show you where it goes. It's also going to be moved, so I had to redo this anyway. But it goes through a hopper chain. Get up the ladder, come on. And goes through an item elevator built using the droppers. And the droppers output into this chest over here. Which, this is going to be moved because I actually want to put the base on that side. But yeah, it would eventually end up in here. This is just a bunch of random crap that's ended up in the system from me working. But yeah, I didn't put the drop far enough. I don't know what I was thinking. So the witches aren't dying. Which kind of defeats the entire purpose. If we don't kill the witches, this isn't a terribly useful farm now, is it? So, I want to go ahead and start rectifying that. So that's what we're going to work on today. Up here. Let's turn off the shifting floor so we don't have to have any more witches up there. Or down where we're going to be working, rather. Let's head on down. And now we got to get rid of the witches that are already in here. I hear zombies. I'm not sure where they are. I thought I had all the caves in this general spot lit up already. Oh, you. I hate these things. These things are a pain to deal with. Normally you could just shoot them from a distance with an arrow, but since they're all confined like this, I can't exactly do that. Luckily, this part of the whole setup is easy to move down. It won't take me too much effort. Just a lot. It's just kind of a pain. But like I said, I had to redo it anyway because I want to move that dropper elevator. Oh. I guess I should have let my health get back up. Whoops. So that was a bit of a fail. So what we've got to do, we've got to dig out all the hoppers. There's a lot of hoppers down there. Get rid of the item elevator. And then we are going to move the entire assembly down, which I probably won't torture you guys by making you watch it on camera. And figure out where we want the collection point to be for the items. Luckily it looks like the other witches despawned. Oops, why am I pausing? My feather filing boots have taken a bit of damage. I've gone through a ton of diamond tools. I'm going to have to build an XP farm. Because getting the XP to enchant all this stuff is a royal pain. But yeah. Right now I'm using efficiency 5 on breaking free shovel, which is just about dead. Same for the pickaxe. I've actually got a silk touch pickaxe now, which is nice. So I use that to get a whole bunch of smooth stone. So we gotta dig this out. Oh. Okay. There was the hopper there. First I didn't think these two were, this chain was connected, but I put the hopper there. So yeah, I gotta dig all this out now. And a lot of these items are going into the hopper chain or going to end up on the surface in that chest. These hoppers can be a pain to walk on because you fall on them. You can hear the item elevator working. I actually broke the top part of the item elevator now, so think about it, because I let water flood in. But yeah, it's really simple. Comparator that loops around. Well, here, let's just tear this layer out here so we can see. All it is a comparator on this first dropper here, connected to a repeater. So if there's an item in this dropper, the comparator will power on, which will send power to this repeater, and it goes in to the dropper to activate it to send the items up. And this will work for these two droppers, so then you can just kind of stack it all the way up. So now I've got to go through and tear this whole assembly out, which is going to be a bit of a pain. And you do need the repeater here, by the way. Oh, here. Because if it's only one item, it will only power one block of redstone. So you need to be able to have enough of a signal to loop around. That's why that repeater's there. So now it's probably easier to go from the surface and go down to do this, and we'll tear out the hopper chain. Did I break a hopper there already, or was it It had to have broken it because the item elevator was clicking. So we're going to dig this down a whole lot more. As you can see, there's a cave right there. I've done a ton of caving. We might take a look at that in a little bit. I won't actually go down in the caves. I'll use a little trick to show you all the caving I've done. But I'm going to go off camera here, do some work, and then I'll be back with you guys. Alright, so I extended that drop down quite a bit. I haven't set up any of the hopper chains or anything yet. Oh, dang it. That's what we're going to do here in a moment, but first we need to figure out where our little base for this is going to be and where we want the items to come up. So I'm thinking the base will be right around in here, and the items will come up maybe right here will be where our item elevator will be. Oh, I better eat. Heal up. So the chords of this spot are, let me find a piece of paper. X is 100 and Z is negative 413. So this is where our item elevator will come up. Is there a skeleton in there? There shouldn't be. Why is there a skeleton in there? I was under the impression only witches could spawn in the witch hut. So did I screw something up? Honestly, not sure what that's about. I'm holding for the here's one. Dang it! Oh well. So now I have not cleaned up any of this yet. There's no good way down yet. I will do that eventually. Honestly, we won't need to come down here very often anyway. So the old floor was right about there. Now it's way down there. So if that drop doesn't kill him, nothing will. So, like I said, this is a really bad way up and down right now. But it works for now. So, here we are. Here's the floor. So, our Z was negative 413. So we need to go this way. Right? Yes. So our hopper chain needs to head in this direction to 413. And we'll go ahead and pause here for a moment. I'm just going to dig a tunnel out to the cords that we just finished to where our item elevator will be. So I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, so that was easy enough. We got our tunnel dug. It's not a very long one, as you can see. We can just zip right on down here. Then we've got one little bend, and our elevator goes right here. 100, negative 413. So right up there should be that little spot we marked out. So what we're going to do is we are going to build our hopper chain. So I'm just going to sit down a dropper here. And that's what all our hoppers have to connect to here. So, let's do a quick little hopper chain. We're all the way down here. And I'm doing this on camera just so you can kind of see how this all works together. In the setup, this is the biggest difference between my witch farm setup and the one that DocM77 used. Is he did his before these hoppers and droppers were added to the game. So we have a huge advantage here. He did it using a bunch of complicated water streams and the old style item elevators. Now I'm one hopper short. That sucks. So let me put some torches down through here. I don't believe anything will spawn on hoppers, but I want to be able to see if nothing else. But yeah, hoppers will go down there. All these things are annoying to walk on. because you fall down in this little hole here a little bit. I'll put half slabs over the part they fall on. No real reason for it, it just looks nice, and items will still pick up with the half slabs on top. And then what we do, so it comes all the way down here, all the items flow through this hopper chain down to our item elevator here, which we now have to rebuild. So give ourselves a little bit of space here. I want to block it off from this cave. It should be lit up enough that nothing ever spawns there, but you never know. Could be one dark spot. So, what we do, and I showed you this a little bit earlier, but you have a dropper, put your comparator down like that. As you can see, as long as there's an item in it, it will power the comparator. And then let's put this stuff down on our bar. Off the comparator, you put a repeater. You put another repeater going into the dropper. And then you run a wire from the first repeater over, so it wires back into the comparator and into the repeater here. And that will control both this dropper as well as the dropper on top of it. I'm going to be short on droppers too, I know, because this is a longer distance to travel up than it was before. And then you continue this pattern all the way up. So what you would do now, let's do it with cobblestone. Go ahead and build you another platform, and you do the exact same thing, continuing up with your hopper chain all the way to the top. So I've got to make some more droppers and wire all this stuff up, and I'll be back with you once I get that finished. Alrighty guys, I have not tested if any of this works yet, but I hear the clicking behind me, which is a good sign. So we've had a couple witches falling down here. And now the moment of truth. Do they die and does their stuff come up to the chest? Oh yeah, look at that. All drops you would expect from a witch, so that's awesome. So this witch farm now officially works, which is great. The only thing that I'm concerned about is earlier I saw the skeleton in there, and then there was a spider in there at one point while I was off camera. And unless I'm wrong about this, the only thing that can spawn within the witch hut boundaries are witches, which would imply that I have one block width or something somewhere in here that is outside the bounds of the witch hut. So I may end up having to shift the spawning floors over. I hope I don't. That wouldn't be a huge deal, but it'd still be a pain. And sometimes it does, dang it, take a minute for the witches to glitch through the floor. I'm not sure if I should speed up the floor. Let's get rid of her. Let's try to speed the floor up a little bit and see if that helps. I don't know if it will. If I break here, where is it? Here it is. Oh, dang it. Now it's not going to work at all. I broke it. It's okay, it's an easy fix. No, that's a comparator. That's wrong. So, let's take the delay off that. Just for the time being. Oh, my inventory's a mess. So, does that help things any? Get some witches spawned in there. Now, come on, you had really great spawn rates just a second ago. I need a witch. Are they in the top floor? No witch. There is a lot of light leaking through there. I wonder, it shouldn't be enough to stop spawns, though. But, just in case. Go ahead. Get rid of the light. And all that will be sealed off permanently once we work this out to be about perfect. I may need to speed up the interfort, which it shifts, too. Be nice if I could get a witch in there. I'm not sure why I'm not getting witches all of a sudden. It's got me a little concerned. There we go. Maybe I wasn't far enough away. Which means I may need to bring my outpost back a little bit. That's okay, I can leave the collection point there. So it's not a huge deal if I do. So, I see one witch up there. She's not glitching through. So what if we speed up the interval at which it actually does this at? Let's just kind of take out a couple ticks of delay there. So I'm a little bit new to this whole... Oh yeah, she's down. So I think that may have just done the trick. Oh wait, she's not through the floor yet. There we go. Alright, so I think that did the trick. So, let's see what delay we have this on down here. Just so you guys know. Because I'm honestly not sure. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 repeaters. 3 of them are set to 4 ticks delay, and then these ones are just at the 1 tick. So not a huge amount of delay, but, or a decent amount of delay, I guess. I don't know. It's delay. So let's just put this back together. And down here, I need to do one quick thing. I'm just going to go ahead and block all this off for now down here. Because I should never really have to be down here. I'll take some of this with me. There we go, that stuff can stay there forever. Because I don't intend to ever really come back down here. So, I can survive that. Got feather falling. I just want to kind of seal this right here off. Well, we're out of glass. Okay. Cobblestone it is. This doesn't need to be pretty. Alright. Well, that should do it. Let's pillar on out of here and start thinking about our little outpost that we're going to build here. And this is possibly the worst way up ever. And I want to seal this right here up too. That goes to the drop. Ooh. Up here. Let's get back to the top. There's no real need to, but let's seal that up. Looks kind of dark there. Put a torch. So let's go up here. The top will block off the access to this, and we will try to figure out our outpost. Oh, there's lots of good stuff in here. Yeah, this is from my original attempt at this. And all that stuff can stay there forever. I don't care. I don't need it. So do I have stuff to block this off? I do not. Terrific. So there's stuff over here. I need one of those. I need a regular oak plank. Well, I can make an oak plank out of these. Okay. Let's clean up our inventory a little bit if I can. There we go. So I've got a bunch of sticky pistons, which I've got plans for later anyway. I'll need a bunch of them. I need a whole lot more than that. But I'm not sure when we'll start working on that project. Because I do want to start working on the town after I get this up and running. Well, I guess it is technically up and running, but... Oh, actually I'm not going to block access to that because I'll have to run the on-off switch to our base. Which I'll also do off camera. So... what I'm thinking for this, and let's go over here and take a nap while we talk about this, is... I'm picturing this whole system as being set up by kind of a mad scientist in the swamp, right? Me being the mad scientist, of course. So I want this to look kind of mad scientist-y laboratory thing in the swamp. And when I think that, I think of this kind of stone brick type of structure on stilts in the water. Which may not sound very exciting, but I've got kind of a vision in my head, and I think it could look pretty cool. So that's what I'm thinking for the base here in the water. And remember, all this will be surrounded by water eventually, one day, hopefully. And in that will be the collection point for all these items. So see, there was clearly another skeleton in there. Dang it. Let's figure that out. But yeah, collection point for all these items, storage for them. And probably a brewing setup, because we get a lot of stuff that we need for brewing. So I'm thinking that's what the base is going to be. And it's going to be situated right in this area right here. Oop, we're getting more stuff, as you can see. So yeah, we've now got an infinite supply of glowstone, redstone, and gunpowder, which is awesome. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll probably start working off that off camera, and kind of show off what we've got in the next episode. I've got a whole lot of digging in front of me. I don't know how much I'll get done by next time, but that's it for today, guys. We are all out of time. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a thumbs up. Help me get better noticed here. And remember that you can also subscribe to keep up to date on all my latest videos. And with that, I will say goodbye and have a good day.